Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I'm gonna see the mixer.
Are you sure? Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Our first case is on page 32. Inspector Manuel Garcia, Gail Williams presenting case number CE 2402-0373, case address 730 Northwest 19th Street, owner Ellie Lee St. Fleur and Hudson Robillard. This case was first heard 5/14/24 to comply by 5/24/24 and 7/9/24. 4 sections not complied at $100 per day, $4,600 accrued. Fine start 7/10/24, and this is a request for extension.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good, good, oh, sorry, you ready?
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor, Special Magistrate. For the record, Senior Officer Gail Williams presenting on behalf of Senior Officer Garcia in reference to case CE 2402-0373 at the property 730 Northwest 19th Street. The case was first heard on May 14th, 2024, where the Special Magistrate found for the city at this time a request for an extension has been submitted. Please note the following sections that remain in violation. Sections 47-18.47A. The property is continued to be used as a community residence without approval from the City of Fort Lauderdale. Furthermore, certificate of the operation number UDP CR 24002 has been submitted but has not had any progress since May 28, 2024. The property is actively operating a community residence without the approval of the city. Section 47-24.20.h. The driveway area on the property has not been repaired and no permits have been submitted for the work. The violation remains at this time as per the photos depicted. Section 9-305B, the landscape on the property remains in violation as there are areas of missing ground cover as per the photos depicted. Section 9-363, the property owner has failed to register the property with the city's landlord registration program. Due to the facts presented at today's hearing, the city will request the continuance of the fines which continue to accrue until all violations are complied.
Please state your name for the record.
Eli St. Fleur.
Okay, it looks like you've complied some of the violations, but not all of them. Particularly, I know that 9-363, the failure to register. Do you know you ran out some funds on that?
We registered already, I think.
Yeah, why didn't you register the dwelling?
Yeah, like my nephew is Hudson Robillard. This they want to take care of everything for me. I think he already do most of them. We paint the house. We do a few things already. So we just hire a contractor to help us with the plan. And I think he will submit a permit in a few weeks so we can done with that job.
So how much time are you asking for?
If you can give me, I will ask for four months, but if you can give me 3, or if you want to use your sympathy for me and give me more.
Okay, is the contractor is for the driveway that you're hiring?
Yeah, we just hire one.
Okay, all right. I'm going to give you a 35-day extension. And these other violations, I'm not sure you understand, are simple to rectify. Registering the dwelling, et cetera. Do you understand all the violations that are remaining?
I don't really. I got my nephews. They want to take care of everything for me. I heard he told me already registered the place to the city now.
All right. Anything else?
Supervisor Bass for the City of Fort Lauderdale. We do need him to understand clarity
on the violations, because one of the violations is that the property has been identified as a community residence, and he has not went through the proper measures to have that registered as a community residence. So that is one of our concerns as well.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking him about it. I don't think he understands what he has to do for that, okay? So I'm going to give you 10 days to register the dwelling and 35 days for the remaining violations. And if you have a question, you can wait, and the inspector will explain to you the remaining violations, okay?
Okay.
And what you have to do to comply them.
Thank you.
Because, you know, some of these are simple matters that you can take care of easily.
Thank
okay?
you so much.
All right, thank you.
Our next case, page 28, Inspector Wanda Aquavella, case number CE 2403-0965, case address 800 Northwest 4th Street, owner New Mount Olive Baptist Church. This case was first heard at 5/14/24 to comply by 6/11/24. One section not complied at $50 per day, $1,400 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wanda Aquavella for the city. Case number CE 23081018. Address is, I'm sorry, I have the wrong paperwork. Is this 800? Yes. Picked up the wrong one. I apologize. Case CE 2403-0965. The address is 800 Northwest 4th Street. This case first came before the magistrate on 5/14/24, where the evidence was presented and the magistrate found in favor of the city. Violations were cited on 3/27/24. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on 7/8/24. The property remains in violation. 2 of the violations have been complied. The third, 9304B, is not in compliance. The respondent is here to speak.
Please state your name for the record.
My name is Travis Knowles.
Okay, Mr. Knowles, why is this property not yet in compliance?
I'm trying to understand how we're not in compliance. I really don't understand. What is it, inside of the property or outside of the property?
Both, inside and outside.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, Your Magistrate. Here's the situation. Right next to our property, right? New Mount Olive we own blocks of property over there. Right next door to us is an active construction site, okay? New Mount Herman, which is our sister church, is actually doing construction next door, okay? So we explained to the inspector that, you know, one of the requirements, they tore up the road and the swells in certain areas. So one of the requirements, and I talked with engineering, is that they're gonna restore the property, but, you know, that's one of the violations we got. I'm like, you're making the church waste money. We're putting out grass in the swell, but next door, they're destroying it. So we went along and we spent money and we restored the areas. That's one issue. Now, if she's talking about on site of the property, right now, originally, I got a permit for putting the green fence around the property, right? Because originally, we're actually doing construction across the street and building a new multi-purpose building.
Is there construction going on this property?
No, the construction is going on across the street, which is at 900.
Okay, so why does that affect your ability to landscape this property?
No, what happened is the area what she was talking about, originally, it was a laid-out area for construction. We had soil stockpiled on our property. We mitigated and moved the soil. So what's there is like when you have dirt there, over time, the dirt didn't there.
All right, well, you're going to have to replace the landscaping in that area now that you've moved the construction
That's
debris.
no problem. We plan to put down some So we plan to put down some more, but here, see, I wasn't, according to my associate, I wasn't sure what was still outstanding. So if it is on the inside, that's no problem. We'll put down some more sod down and take care of that. That's not an issue. But if it's on the exterior, on 8th side, we cannot comply with that until they're done with the construction.
Okay, is this just interior now or exterior?
It's both. I can't comply it unless it's complied.
Right.
It's interior and exterior, and he is fighting uphill
But
against the
I can't
construction
do
company next
construction.
door.
Yeah, because they're like, Ms. Wanda, you saw we put all the grass down. The new construction, they just ripped everything up. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know how we could comply. I mean, it's impossible because like what you said, it's a double violation. I can't comply. And I got the inspector's name, and he promised us, Xavier Stewart from engineering, that the contractor is gonna restore the outside. Because even though we still put down a landscape, even though they're driving tractors and everything, but after a couple
Right.
days, all of it is dead and moved.
Your Honor?
So I
Can we
don't
give
know
a
how-
63-day extension?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to give you 63 days extension, and,
But the interior, we will take care of, Ms.
Okay,
Wanda.
thank
The
you.
interior is no problem. Yes, some of it we've done, is just not 100%.
you keep in touch with your inspector.
No problem.
Thank you.
And when you say suspend the fine, we don't have to, they will be waived, or will we?
No, suspend means during the time of the extension, the fines won't continue to accrue. But if you go past the extension, then the fines will continue to accrue.
So right now, our fines are $1,000.
1,400 is for my,
So let me ask you a question, is no way to get that reduced, or?
I'm not going to do that right now until your property is in complete compliance.
Okay.
So when this is over and your property is in compliance, we can address the fines.
Okay, that's fine, but let me ask you a question. We will take care of the inside immediately. The outside, how do we address that? If they're not complete in 63 days, we just got to come
Well,
back?
you're going to have to keep in touch. Let's hope they are. Or you can find a solution to the problem.
How?
Well, that's not my responsibility,
Okay.
sir, that's yours. So if you, as I said, if you run into a problem, contact the inspector, explain it to her. If you need to request another extension, it will be heard, okay?
Okay, but if we request another extension, I know you're getting frustrated, but I want to make sure
No,
I'm clear.
no, I'm not
clear,
frustrated.
okay?
I'm just-
Okay, if we request, to request an extension, do we still need to come back here in 63 days?
No, we would still report here in 63 days.
No matter what?
I haven't been
contact with
requested
you.
to, as a
Special-
notice to reappear.
Special
Do you wanna
magistrate?
know-
I just want to make sure.
Sir, please don't talk while I'm
sorry.
talking, please.
Special
Do you
magistrate?
want a notice to reappear, city?
Yeah, hi, good morning, Supervisor Cloying. Yes, could we just get a mandatory reappearance?
Okay.
Okay, so you'll be back here in 63 days on my September 10th docket.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case, page 34, Inspector Rachel Moore, case number CE 23080539, case address 519 Southwest 27th Avenue, owner 519 Southwest 27th Avenue LLC. This case was first heard at 4/9/24 to comply by 4/19/24, 5/14/24, and 7/9/24. One section not complied at $100 per day. Fine starts 7/10/24, and this is in order to reappear.
Can you recall somebody else in the permit? Just came from outside. We're going to recall your case in a minute.
I should state my name now?
No, we're going to recall it.
Okay.
Our next case, page 13. Inspector Gustavo Caracas. Case number CE 24020016, case address 825 Northwest 3rd Avenue, owner Kimberly Perry Joseph and Emmanuel Perry Joseph, posted at property 62024, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Special Magistrate Gus Caracas for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case number CE 24020016 for the property located at 825 Northwest 3rd Avenue. Inspection of the property was performed by Senior Inspector Bernstein on February 1st and cited for the following violations. 9-313 has complied. 9-306, the exterior building walls have not been maintained. There are areas of the exterior walls, soffits that have stayed in and or have missing or peeling or mismatching paint. 9-280H1, the chain link gate fence in disrepair. The gate does not fit the rear area. The garage door is in state of disrepair. The door is missing or does not close. 9-278E, there are hurricane shutters covering the sum of the windows of the occupied residential property. 47-34.1.8.1, there's outdoor storage at this property. There are personal belongings and materials, including but not limited to buckets, car accessory, plastic containers, boxes. 9-304B, the driveway is not being maintained. The driveway is stained and dirty. Courtesy notice was mailed to the property owner listed on BCPA via first-class mail on February 1st, allowing 30 days to come into compliance. Contact has been made with the property tenant, owner, representative of the property itself. Special magistrate request form sent on March 7th, scheduled for today's special master. Pre-hearing inspection was done on July 3rd. And pictures presented here were taken to confirm the violations that have not been brought into compliance. Special magistrate, the city is requesting the following. For 9-304B, 35 days. For 47-34.1.8.1, 10 days. 9-278E, 10 days. 9-280H1, 35 days. As well for 9-306, 35 days. Or a daily fine of $50 for each of the violations that exist. Photos submitted into record for evidence, and we have the property owner with us today.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Kimberly Perry.
Are you in agreement with the city's permission for the time to?
Yes, I took care of a few things. I repainted, I got rid of the trailer, I'm moving the cars. You know, things are getting handled.
Okay,
yes, the guy I
good. We
did have
appreciate
was
that.
doing it. The guy I had was doing it, got caught up in a situation, so now I got to do it.
Okay. All right, so if you have any problems, make sure you keep in touch with the inspector, but the exterior walls, the chain link fence, and the driveway, you'll have 35 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only
and
thing
the hurricane shutters and the outdoor storage, you'll have 10 days.
Okay, the only thing I asked with the garage door is, I've been looking around, it's kind of expensive to replace that. So if you can give me a little bit more time, I'm trying to find, you know, a good price. The garage door, it won't close all the way. It will close, but it's not closing all the way. Okay. So I got to fix the garage door.
Your Honor, we have been speaking to the gentleman that was there on the house in regards to this.
Yeah, he was doing it, yeah.
If you need more time, just reach out to me, and then we can come back and actually ask.
Okay.
You can actually ask for more time. And
okay.
Yeah, no
Let
problem.
me ask you a question. The address, it's on the mailbox. Should I do another, put an address somewhere else?
You actually have it on the building. That's actually that's why it's been complied, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Our next case, page 30, Inspector Diego Santos, case number CE 2311-0704, case address 1356 Southwest 25th Avenue, owner Paul C. Rapp. This case was first heard 4/9/24 to comply by 6/11/24. One section not complied at $50 per day, $1,400 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue. Where's Mr. Rapp? Oh, okay.
Good morning, Code Officer Diego Santos, represented the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case and address as read. So this case was first heard on April 9, where we was ordered 63 days to come to compliance or $50 per day per violation thereafter. All the other violations there are complied. There's only one remaining violation, which is the 9-305B. The landscape and this property is not being maintained a neat and well-kept appearance. The soil area in the front of the property is missing gravel, and there are weeds growing through it. So we have the property owner here, and he will explain his situation.
Okay, sir, please state your name for the record.
Good morning. I'm Paul Rapp.
Okay, looks like you made a pretty good start, but we have one more remaining violation.
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
the status?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just, I guess I just ran out of time, and I just need to get the rocks and then get the landscaping in front of the fence. And pretty much I just need an extension so I can,
How much time do you think you need?
well, I guess I got to get plants and somebody to bring the rocks, so I would say 30-some days.
What's the position of the city on 35 days?
Yeah, we're not opposed.
Okay, 35 days, and I'll suspend the fines during that time.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
luck.
All right. Thank you.
Recalling the case on page 34, Inspector Rachel Moore, case number CE 2308-0539, case address 519 Southwest 27th Avenue, owner 519 Southwest 27th Avenue, LLC. This case was first heard at 4/9/24 to comply by 4/19/24, 5/14/24, and 7/9/24. One section not complied at $100 per day. Fine starts 7/10/24. And this is in order to reappear.
Good morning, Inspector Moore for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case read in by Ms. Blue. This case was first heard on 4/9/24, where Special Magistrate Cannon ordered 10 days to comply for violation 9-363, 35 days to comply for violation 9-306, and 91 days for violation 47-20.20, parentheses H, or $100 per day thereafter. On 7/2/24, a structural application for the parking lot repaving was submitted to the Building and Zoning Department under case number BLDGEN 240-70052. As a pre-hearing inspection dated 7/7/24, the property was found to be out of compliance with the violation of parking lot maintenance. The property owner is here to speak on his behalf.
Okay, please state your name for the record.
My name is Dr. Harvey Adelson.
All right, Dr. Adelson, it looks like we've made a good start here. Most of the violations have been complied. What's the status of the parking?
I brought the general contractor with me who's
Okay.
been trying to get approval.
All right,
Bill Stecker, we're in for permit.
it's in for permit?
Yes,
Okay, how much time do you think you need?
that's a dangerous question to ask me for, Lord. Because we went in for permit on a dumpster enclosure on another property, probably about 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah, you need to speak
And we
into the
s-
microphone
I'm
so the
sorry.
recording can get you.
Just a simple dumpster enclosure. We're still waiting for a permit, it's 4 months.
All right.
We had, all right.
Good morning, Supervisor Kaloyan. We could give them 91 days.
Okay,
It's a
thank you.
very large job.
Yes, okay. 91 days, I'll suspend the fines during that time. Do you want an order to reappear? Dorian?
Yes, please.
Okay. Order to reappear, so you will come back on my October 8th docket unless you've complied it before then, and then you'll be okay.
91 days, is that what you said, 91 days?
91 days,
Okay,
It's October.
okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you.
Our next case, page 22, Inspector Dominic Burge, Robert Kroc presenting case number CE 24040710, case address 217 Northeast 62nd Street, owner Joshua and Carla Ziegelbaum. This case was cited 42724 to comply by 42724. One section complied at $250 for a total of $250. The city is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 5/12/24. A citation appeal was received.
Good morning. My name is Ian Tiger, and I'm representing
Joshua and Carla Ziegelbaum.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, the inspector goes
I need
first.
the inspector to present the case first.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Inspector Robert Kroc presenting on behalf of Inspector Burge for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case number CE 24040710. Case address 217 Northeast 62nd Street. This property was first inspected. 2176 Northeast 62nd Street.
60.
Yes. Yes. This property was first inspected on 4/27/2024, or following a neighbor complaint about loud music at the vacation rental. The following violations were observed: 15-2782B. The maximum occupancy of the property is being exceeded. The property has two bedrooms and no more than 4 guests overnight and 6 overall.
Yeah. Which one were?
Which one did you read into the record?
710. Okay, 710. That's the maximum occupancy
Yes. Yes.
violation.
Yes.
Are you with me, Counselor?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. At 8:25 p.m., Inspector Burge arrived at 2176 Northeast 2nd Street to conduct a reinspection for noise and music at a vacation rental. Upon arrival, he did not hear any loud music. However, he did observe over-occupancy. This property has 2 bedrooms, so no more than 4 guests overnight and 6 overall. Well, he observed nine plus people at the property, as shown in the pictures and video. He called John Herdine, responsible party, at 8:31, about the vacation rental and citations and their responsibility to arrive within 1 hour. He was able to make contact with John, and he was able to gain compliance. Nice. Video for 60 seconds taken from 50 feet away as evidence. 1 citation issued and posted to the property.
I'm looking at the video. Okay. Is that it?
For the maximum occupancy, yes.
Okay. All right. Please state your name for the record, sir.
My name is Ian Tiger. I have a few. Okay, my name is Ian Tiger, and just a few questions. Were you the officer there that night?
No, he's no longer with the city.
Okay. And according to his record, there was no loud music being played, correct?
The music was the reason for called out there.
Okay.
But once he's there, whatever violations he observes, he's responsible for reporting.
No, I understand. It's my recollection, just to start, I think he wrote 7 in his report. Do you have a copy of his report? Or can you bring up a copy just so I can clarify that?
What I have here is just for the occupancy. There's nothing, this was just one, for this particular case number is just for the occupancy. It's the only citation listed.
Okay, no, in the citation, how many people does it say? Just so I can see it on the screen. And do you know if the officer walked up and asked these individuals their age or identified them?
Your Honor, I'm just going to, I mean, I know these are administrative hearings, but that's completely irrelevant to the charge on the appeal, on the citation.
If you go look at the statute, Your Honor, it does have an exception for people 13 years or younger. That is not included with the occupancy. Okay. The only reason why I asked for the affidavit and the citation is I counted 7, not 9. It doesn't mention the actual number of individuals.
Doesn't matter, it still exceeds it.
I understand it exceeds it, and we do apologize. It's just there's a few things I just want to bring up. One thing, there wasn't a party there. There wasn't any drinking, from my knowledge. It was a few people that stopped over for a funeral procession, and there were one person over the limit. And additionally, I would like to mention that I'm not even entirely sure all the people are not children, or there's one child over there. I don't have a clear enough view of any of these individuals, and I would note that there is an exception, and with the exception that they technically are not in violation of it. You know, if we are in violation, my client is, of course, sorry, and you know, we didn't really violate the spirit of the statute. You know, they weren't harassing anybody. They weren't playing loud music into the night. It was a few parishioners that stopped over at a rental after a funeral just to talk about a loved one. I can have my client testify. That's what his understanding of the event was. You know, we're not here to try to cause trouble. I'm just trying to get an understanding of the citation and, you know, why we're essentially here today. And that's why we're asking for it to be waived for a few reasons. One, I'm not entirely sure that, you know, we violated it because there's no identification or no IDing of any of the individuals. And according to the subsection of the statute, if one person that's under the age of 13, he's not in violation because I count 7. And there's no really affidavit to show how many people are actually there because the officer didn't write in his affidavit how many people we believed was there. All that we have is the video. I can have my client speak to his understanding that it was just a few funeral, people coming from a funeral.
Okay. Anything else from the city?
No.
City doesn't want to respond. Well, I mean, in the video, you know, the number of adults that I see exceeds the number that's allowed. And so I think I have no choice but to find that the violation exists and impose the fine of $250.
I just want to bring up one last point. These individuals, I understand it's technically a violation of the statute if they're all adults, but the statute is a little broad, to be entirely frank. If, you know, the UPS people walked up to their door, it's technically on their property. This is just a few people talking together, leaving, and if you look at the corner over there,
Well, I'm not suggesting they're doing anything nefarious.
No, I understand.
But the violation exists, and I have to call it the way I see it.
I
And
understand. If you look at the corner, which I think they included one of those people.
I see the children, I didn't
Yeah.
count them,
Yeah.
okay? All right, next case.
Next case, also page 22, Inspector Paul Smart, case number CE 24050076, case address 2176 Northeast 62nd Street, owner Joshua and Carla Ziegelbaum. This case was cited 5224 to comply by 5224. One section complied at $250 for a total of $250. City's requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 5/17/24. Citation appeal was received.
Good morning. Officer Smart with the City of Fort Lauderdale Code Compliance Night Team, representing case number CE 240-50076 for property located at 2176 Northeast 62nd Street. On May 2nd, 2024, at about 7:42 p.m., I responded to a complaint regarding a vehicle blocking the sidewalk at a vacation rental. Upon arrival at inspection, I observed a black Honda Accord parked blocking the sidewalk. I made contact with the occupants who removed it within the hour. A citation was issued for a violation of Code Section 15-278 1E, vacation rental violation, and posted to property.
Sir, please state your name again for the record. Okay, Mr. Tiger, your microphone is not on.
Ian Tiger.
Okay.
Well, essentially here, we're asking for it to be waived and some consideration. If you listen to the officer's testimony, they made contact with the individual and they moved it within the hour. It is a fairly minor violation. I think it's over the sidewalk, someone inappropriately parked. And, you know,
Does the city wish to waive? I mean, it's in violation. Unless the city wishes to waive, I can't, there's nothing I can do, but the fact finding is that it's in violation, you know.
I understand. Can I ask Mr. Smart a question? Are they regularly in violation, these tenants?
I couldn't speak on that. I can only speak on that particular night that that was called out for that property.
Okay. Again.
That is not my area, so
No, I understand. I'm not saying anything bad about you or anything nefarious about anybody here. It's just, I'm just asking the city again to waive just to the minor violation that we have here today. And, you know, the fact that, you know, he understands that the tenants did something wrong. We're not, you know, arguing the law here. I see the picture, my client sees the picture, and the tenants obviously removed it. It's just, it's a few feet over.
Good morning, Katrina Johnson, Code Compliance Manager for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Just for the record, the city cites all properties for parking across the sidewalk. So that's not just a vacation rental violation, that's a violation of the city's code, period. So it would still be a violation. But as a vacation rental, of course, you're definitely held to a higher standard, meaning that the car should be in the driveway. And there's ample space in the driveway for that one car.
Okay, appeal denied.
Can I speak or no?
I'm done.
Thank you.
All right.
Our next case, page 16, Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 24030534, case address 333 Southeast 25th Street, owner Federal 627 North LLC, posted at property 61824, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Inspector Rafael Santos for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 24030-534. Property address is 333, excuse me, Southwest 25th Street. Senior Inspector Bernstein inspected this property on March 14th, 2024, and the following violations were observed. Code Section 9305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swale area. 18-12A, which is complied. 47-22.9 is complied. Code Section 47-19.4.c.2, placement, storage of containers, receptacles, or dumpster that service private property upon or in any street, alley, or right-of-way is unlawful. Code Section 47-34.1.a.1, there's illegal land use occurring at this B3 zone property. There are multiple food trucks being stored in the parking lot, and they are being utilized to conduct business. There is portable toilets, pallets, chairs, tables, containers, and used cooking oil container on the property and the right-of-way. An inspection report was issued March 14th, 2024. I re-inspected the property on April 1st, 2024, and April 14th, 2024. Notice of hearing was posted June 18th, 2024. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted July 8th, 2024. The violations remain as depicted in the photographs.
I have violation 47-34 withdrawn.
No, that's still in violation.
Okay. Please state your name for the record.
Hi, good morning. My name's Andrew Fleischman. I'm on behalf of 627 North. I actually leased the property from 627 North, which is a whole property. I sublease that parking lot to Truckadoo. We proceeded a eviction process to get all these issues resolved on the property. Things are tied up in court right now, waiting for a final final dismissal on this. Once they're dismissed, we'll be able to proceed with evicting them off the property. I could give you the case number if you would like.
Okay, you can read the case number into the record.
The case number is CACE 24005370.
Okay. And how much time are you requesting?
I'm hoping between 30 and 45 days we'll have them off the property. And hopefully that'll give us enough time once they're evicted off the property to clean everything up and get it back into compliance.
Okay. Any objection from the city for 35 days?
We asked for 63, correct? You asked for 35?
For codes, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No objection, but can we ask for a mandatory reappearance, just in case you guys run into any issues?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, 35 days, or what's the fine the city is requesting?
$200 per day, per violation.
Okay, now this is very important. If those 35 days start coming up on you and you do not have, the violations complied, make sure you appear at the,
Okay.
I'm going to enter a notice of appearance, and you'll be on my August 13th docket. Well, not mine, I'll be on vacation.
August
but-
13th? Okay, and now if everything's complied with, then just let either Raphael or Amy know that it's
Let
corrected.
them,
and
you're
then
going to
we'll
have to
go.
call so they can come out and inspect the premises.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Our next case, page 8, Inspector Gail Williams, case number CE 2404-0694, case address 1744 North Federal Highway, owner Ball Harbor Square LLC, posted at property 62524, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Special Magistrate. Senior Officer Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 24040694, address 1744 North Federal Highway. This case was first cited on April 22nd, 2024 for the following violations: 47-19.4.c.2, There are 2 large dumpsters sitting in the parking lot area and not in a required dumpster enclosure. 24-29.A has complied. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on 7/8/2024, and the violation 4719.4.C.2 remains as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 63 days to comply or $100 per day thereafter.
Sir, please state your name for the record. Are you in agreement to bring the property into compliance within 63 days or face a fine of $100 a day?
I'd like to request 120 days in the event I have to build a new enclosure there with permitting and everything. It might take a little bit longer.
Any objection upon this, from the city? No?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it shouldn't take 120, you said 26 days. I mean, if you get started on your permit, we can go from there in 63 days for a mandatory reappearance, and at that time frame, you can ask for more time.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, so you'll reappear on my September 10th docket, and if the permits aren't out, you can request a further extension.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case, page 21, Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 24060040, case address 1115 Northeast 2nd Street, owner 100504494, Ontario, Inc., posted at property 61824, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Compliance Officer, presenting case and address as read. This property was cited on June 3rd, 2024, and given 15 days to comply for the following violation. 15-272A, this vacation rental property is being utilized as a vacation rental without the required certificate of compliance from the city. This case will be presented to the special magistrate seeking a finding of fact whether or not the violation complies prior to the hearing date, unless a vacation rental certificate is obtained for the property. On June 3rd, 2024, an application was received for the vacation rental certificate but was rejected on June 10th for missing information. The violation at this property is still not in compliance. The city is seeking full compliance within 15 days or a fine of $1,000 per day thereafter.
Sir, please state your name for the record.
Hi, my name is David Inglis.
Okay. And are you in agreement to bring the property into compliance within 15 days or face a fine of $1,000 a day?
We're under the impression that we were in compliance as of June 18th. We did send an email into the inspector stating that all listings were taken offline by then.
Yeah, as long as the ads are offline, he will be in compliance.
Say that again?
As long as the ads are offline, he will be in compliance.
Did you take the ads off the line?
Yes, as of June 18th.
Okay, all right. All right, so I'm going to grant the 15 days. You need to double check.
Okay.
And make sure, does he have to submit any kind of affidavit? Right?
No, I'll get together with them.
Okay, all right. 15 days or $1,000 a day thereafter.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case, page 6, Inspector Gail Williams, case number CE 24060025, case address 2414 East Sunrise Boulevard, owner Keystone Florida Property Holdings, posted at property 52524, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning. Senior Officer Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 24060025, address 2414 East Sunrise Boulevard. This case was first cited on June 5th, 2024 for the following violations: 47-20.20.J. There are 7 concession stands and floating docks occupying vehicle parking spaces. This case will be brought before the special magistrate as a reoccurring violation, reference case CE 23120682, whether or not it comes into compliance. Violation 47-34.1.A.1. There is illegal land use occurring at this B1 zone property. There are floating docks and concession stands being stored in the parking lot.
A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on 7/8/2024. The violations remains as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 91 days to comply or a daily fine of $200 for each violation per day thereafter. Also, the city is requiring a mandatory reappearance as well.
Okay, please state your name for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephanie Toothaker. I represent both Keystone Florida Property Holdings, which is the landowner, and Informa, which is the owner of the docks. Without going into a long explanation, I accept the city's proposal, and we're very thankful, and we look forward to working with the city on it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
91 days.
Thank you.
Oh, did you catch the notice to reappear? Okay.
Our next case, page 35, Inspector Diego Santos, case number CE 22120343, case address 911 Southwest 29th Street, owner Vera Sherritt. This case was first heard 3/12/24 to comply by 7/9/24. Two sections not complied at $50 per day. Fine start 7/10/24, and this is a request for extension.
Good morning, Code Officer Diego Santos, representing the City of Fort Lauderdale, case and address as read. So this case was first heard on March 12, 2024, and then it was ordered 119 days to come to compliance or $50 per day thereafter. As mentioned, there are two violations that are still remaining. Violations 9-306. I'm sorry, actually, my apologies. Violation 9-304B. The driveway is dirty and is not well graded. And violation 18-1, there's outdoor storage of container boxes and other miscellaneous items under the carport. We have the property owner here, and then she would like to request an extension for the work that she's doing in the property.
Please state your name for the record. Vera Sherritt. Okay. Are you? What is the extension that you're requesting?
I'm requesting an extension of 90 days. I was the victim of the flooding last April, and my general contractor has focused on the interior of the building so that I can move back into the building.
Okay.
Unfortunately, everything that's in the carport before I moved it back into the building has to be washed because it's got dust and that kind of thing all over it. Plus, I had a complicating factor. I developed an allergy to drywall dust. So with them putting up a lot of drywall, I couldn't even be in the house to do anything. So I'm requesting so that I can come into compliance 90 days.
Okay. Any objection from the city for 91-day extension?
The city does not object.
Okay, 91-day extension. I'll suspend any fines during that time.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Our next case, page 12. Inspector Marco Aguilera, Dorian Cologne, presenting case number CE 2403-0193, case address 3920 Southwest 14th Street, numbers 1 and 2, owner LAO BCO Properties, LLC, posted at property 62524, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning. Supervisor Cologne with the City of Fort Lauderdale presenting case number CE 2403-0193 for property address 3920 Southwest 14th Street. This property was first cited by Senior Inspector Aguilera on March 6, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 47-39.A.14.6, C.6, I want to withdraw that violation, please. And 9305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover in the front yard and the swale area. As of July 2nd, 2024, the property remained in violation as per depicted in the photos, and the city is requesting 10 days to come into compliance or a fine of $100 per day thereafter.
Good morning. Please state your name for the record.
Luis Ortiz.
Okay, are you in agreement to fix the landscaping within 10 days or face a fine of $100 a day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Our next case, page 13, Inspector Gustavo Caracas. Case number CE 24050215, case address 650 North Andrews Avenue, owner 650 North Andrews LLC, posted at property 6724, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Special Magistrate Gus Caracas for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case and address as read. Inspection of the property was performed on May 6th and cited for the following violations. 18-1, general nuisance. There's graffiti on this property fence that is creating a public nuisance. It is being maintained in such a manner that the property is or may adversely affect and impair the economic welfare or adjacent properties. 9-305A, there is growth of landscape material along with an accumulation of leaves encroaching upon the public right-of-way, the sidewalk area. 18-12A, there's overgrowth, trash, rubbish, and debris on this property and on its swell right-of-way area. Courtesy notice was mailed to the property owner listed on BCBA via first class mail on May 6, allowing 15 days to come into compliance. Contact has been made with the property owner, manager's representative, and we have gone through how to comply with this particular case. Special Magistrate request form was sent on May 22nd and scheduled for today's special master hearing. Pre-hearing inspection was done on July 3rd, and pictures presented here were taken to confirm the following violations that have not been brought into compliance. The city is requesting 10 days to come into compliance or a daily fine of $100 for each of the violations that exist. Photos submitted into record for evidence. And we have the representative for the developer here with us today.
Please state your name for the record.
Hi, good morning. Roya Edwards with Stephanie Toothaker's office. Yeah, I'm here on behalf of the property owner and developer.
Is your client in agreement to bring the property into compliance within 10 days?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, we appreciate that. The other reps that Mr. Caracas spoke to didn't bring it to our attention, but now that his attorney's involved, we'll make sure that this gets taken care of.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Our next case, page 33, Inspector Gustavo Caracas, case number CE 24030155, case address 843 Northwest 2nd Avenue, owner 240 FLL Trust, Grupo L Corp trustee. This case was first heard 5/30/24 to comply by 6/27/24. 4 sections not complied at $100 per day, $4,800 accrued, and the fines continue to accrue. This is a request for extension.
Good morning, Special Magistrate Gus Caracas for the city. Case and address as read. This case first came before Special Magistrate on May 30th of this year, where evidence was presented and magistrate found for the city. These violations were first cited on March 5th, and so far a total of 9 re-inspections have been made to the property. And again, there were conversations by phone and in person with the property owner representative. During these conversations, the status of the violations and corrective actions were discussed. As mentioned, the violations have not been brought into compliance, but for the record, the property representative is here with us today, and he has been working diligently to actually get the property into compliance. He has, I think, an eviction process going on, and he'll explain more to that. So we don't oppose to any time that the judges feel should be given.
Okay, please state your name for the record. Okay. And how much time do you need?
Just 30 days, that's about it.
All right, I'll give you 35 days and suspend the fines during that time.
Thank you, Gus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case, page 22, Inspector Paul Smart, case number CE 24030588, case address 1620 West State Road 84. This case was cited 31524 to comply by 31524. One section complied at $500 for a total of $500. The city is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 3/30/24. A citation appeal was received.
Good morning, Christopher Sharp. I'm here on behalf of the property owner, and I've also got the Legion president with me, Dennis Roy.
Okay.
Good morning, Inspector Smart, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Compliance Night Team, representing for case number CE 24030588 for property located at 1620 West State Road 84. On March 15th, 2024, at around 10:57 p.m., I responded to a complaint regarding loud music coming from American Legion. Upon arrival at inspection, I conducted three 30-second noise level reading from the complainant's property located at 1650 Southwest 27th Court. All three readings were over the permissible decibel limits of 50 dBA after 10 p.m. as per the code, section 17-6, maximum permissible dBA levels. A citation with a fine of $500 was issued for exceeding the permissible decibel limits of 50 dBA after 10 p.m. and posted to property.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, briefly before I address the citation, a little bit of background, but this is the American Legion property down on State Route 84. I actually rent my office from them, and I lived in a property that they own behind there. So I've been there for about 10 years. So if I use the word we, the royal we, it's because I actually do live there as well. But the property is located right along State Road 84. And then the residential area is right behind it. So the front of the property fronts the road, which is pretty loud now that they've redone State Road 84. It's not exactly a very quiet area, but we've had events there for many years. We've always tried to be good neighbors. I don't think we've had any noise issues prior to this one. This was a little bit of a surprise to us because the Legion tries to be aware of the neighbors. We know that there are houses behind there. But when this one came up, what we did immediately is reissue the rules for entertainment that they need to comply with the noise ordinance. We actually do not have the entertainment on Fridays and Saturdays anymore. But when it starts up again, the commander is well aware. We're going to let everybody know that they need to comply with this. And again, when this one came up, I guess we got the citation. The individual who was actually running the entertainment that night is no longer with us, so he's not going to be back. And again, we've tried to be much more aware of it going forward. I don't think we've had any additional problems since then. What we would ask you to do is waive the fine for this if we possibly can, because one, I think it's not a situation where we're blaring music to annoy the neighbors. It's been there for a while, and we've never had any problems before. The Legion also tries to be a very good citizen with the neighbors and with the city. We've allowed the city to stage things there. We had the floods in the neighborhood. We opened up the parking lot to let the city bring in their vehicles and feed people. So we've always tried to be aware of this, and it was kind of surprising that we got it. We will certainly comply with the noise ordinance going forward. I don't think we've had any more problems. We have a lot of inspectors on the property because we have the Legion post. We have offices where I rent, and there's a residential property in the back. So Inspector Smart, he's come to look at my fire extinguishers before. But we feel we have a really good relationship with the city and with our neighbor. We've spoken to the neighbor. We've invited him to the events that we've had at the post, as all the neighbors are invited. So again, we regret that this one happened. It certainly will not happen again. And then, given the fact that this is a nonprofit, very small profit margins, all the money we do make goes to the veterans. Paying the $500 fine would be a bit of a financial hardship. I'm here voluntarily. The Legion commander volunteers his time for the post as well. So all that being said, we don't dispute that there was a noise violation at least the first night. that the inspector was there. We actually had an inspector out the week before who had run, and I don't know his name, the commander doesn't remember his name either. It wasn't this inspector. But he had run some sound levels and told us we were okay. That the sound was okay. So they, had, I think, a reasonable belief that night that they were already in compliance. But again, we don't dispute that if the inspector says it was loud on that one night, it was. And I don't think have had any problems since then.
Okay.
So just to comment on the whole situation. So we were getting complaints for quite a few weeks. We have been going out there and speaking to your representative, and he turned it down on occasions, and then we'd get called back out again. But on this particular weekend, it was back to back. So I went there that Friday night, cited you guys. He's going to play the audio also. And also the following Saturday night again, even after speaking to them that Friday night, came back again on Saturday, back to back, and he did it again. Yeah. So he total disregard. And I mean, when we're saying exceeding the decibel limits, it should be 50, and you guys were in the 70 regions. So you're.
And as I indicated before, the individual who was running the entertainment that night, the post commander wasn't on site. I mean, he certainly would have shut it down if it was loud, but that individual has not been back. He no longer runs the entertainment. And again, we don't dispute that. Yeah, we've talked to the neighbors and tried to work with them. And as the inspector said, at times we were in compliance before that. So it certainly wasn't intentional. And we're aware of the obligations. We work well with our inspectors down there. So we would ask if there's no opposition from the city that we just chalk it up to a learning experience and waive the fine for this particular business because, again, it's a nonprofit veterans organization.
What's the city's position on waiving the fine?
Good morning, Katrina Johnson, Co-Compliance Manager. The city is fine with waiving one of the fines for the one violation, but not both.
Okay. All right. I'm going to...
With respect to the second violation, would it be possible to get a reduction? Because my understanding is that when the citation's written, there's some discretion involved in the amount of the fine. We received the maximum fine. If there's any way that could be reduced a little bit, it would make it a lot easier for these folks. And again, we appreciate the fact that the city is willing to work with us on this.
You're going to have to read the next case so that we can discuss it separately.
Next case, Inspector Paul Smart, case number CE 24030606, case address 1620 West State Road 84, owner William Morris, post number 36, American Legion, Inc. This case was cited 31624 to comply by 31624. One section complied at $500 for a total of $500. City is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 3/31/24. A citation appeal was received.
Okay. The city has agreed to waive, I probably should have made a ruling on the first case ending in 588. So the city's willing to waive that fine. So I'm just going to enter a finding of fact that the violation in fact did exist. So if it happens again, you guys are going to get fined, all right? Now, for this case, what is the city's position on a reduction of the fine?
The city's agreeing to reduce the fine to $250.
Okay.
And we will accept that.
All right. Thank you.
As far as paying, will we receive an order to pay it, or should we?
Yes, you'll get an order in the mail, and it'll tell you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for everyone's time. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Our next case, page 8, Inspector Wanda Aquavella. Inspector Karen Proto, Wanda Aquavella, presenting case number CE 24040879, case address 2300 Northwest 13th Street, owner Cynthia D. Green and Mashawn Green, posted at property 61924, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning again. Wanda Aquavella for the city. Case number CE 24040879. The address is 2300 Northwest 13th Street. This property was inspected by Inspector Proto on 4/28/24. The following violations were observed. 9363 was withdrawn. 9313A, the property is not identified by an approved address number. 9306, the exterior building walls have not been maintained, excuse me. There are areas of the exterior that have stains and missing peeling paint. 9305B is complied. An inspection report was posted on 4/28/24. Inspector Proto re-inspected the property on 5/15/24. Notice of hearing was posted on 6/19/24. As of the pre-hearing inspection on 7/3/24, the violations remain as depicted in the photos. City is requesting 35 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day per violation.
Okay, please state your name for the record. Good morning, Ms. Green. Are you in agreement to bring the property into compliance within the next 35 days?
Yes, it already is. The painting is completed.
The painting, you said the painting's completed?
Yes.
Okay. And what about the numbers on the wall? Those are
The
kind of
numbers
important.
on the door, the front door, as well as the mailbox.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to grant the 35 days or $50 a day thereafter. During that time, the inspector will come out and re-inspect and let you know if there's any other problems.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case, page 31. Inspector Manuel Garcia, Gail Williams presenting case number CE 2402-0548. Case address 1545 Northeast 2nd Avenue. Owner Robert Corfage and Art Robert Corfage 2023 Trust. This case was first heard 5/14/24 to comply by 7/9/24. One section not complied at $100 per day. Fine starts 7/10/24. This is a request for extension.
Good morning. For the record, Senior Officer Gail Williams presenting on behalf of Senior Officer Garcia in reference to case CE 2402-548 at the property 1545 Northeast 2nd Avenue. This case was first heard on May 14, 2024, with the magistrate found for the city. At this time, only one section of those cited remains in violation as following. Section 9-280H1 in reference to the wood fence on the property. As per our records, the subject property has obtained permits BLD FENWT 2406002 to replace the fence. The city does not oppose the request for an extension at this time.
Please state your name for the record.
Robert Corfage.
Okay, Mr. Corvich, how much time do you think you need?
Maybe another 35 days.
Is that okay with the city?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I'm on schedule for tomorrow.
Okay, good.
If nothing else comes in between.
and it doesn't rain. All right. I'll suspend the fines during the 35 days.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Next case, page 27. Inspector Wanda Aquavella, case number CE 2308-0796. Case address 1801 Northwest 5th Street. Owner, Panassa LLC. This case was first heard 3/12/24 to comply by 6/11/24. Two sections not complied at $150 per day, $8,400 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount. The fines continue to accrue.
Wanda Aquavella for the city. Case and address is read. The property was inspected on 7/8/24. The following violations were observed. 18-8B is withdrawn. 9304B is complied. 9305B, the landscape of this property is not being maintained. 9306 is complied. 9313A is complied. 4734.1.A.1 is complied. 1812A, there is overgrowth, trash, and debris on the property. Notice the hearing was posted on 6/27. The respondent is here to speak.
Okay, please state your name for the record.
Antonietta Draicchio.
All right, and what would you like to tell me why the property is not in compliance yet?
because we had an eviction there. It took us forever. There was a mental ill person. Took two sheriffs to take him out. After we take him out, there was an infestation of bed bugs, so we couldn't go at the property right away. So we had to finish everything, and finally we start to work. And now we keeping things. So it remain in the landscaping and the trash because we keep him working and we keep him throw away stuff and furniture.
How much time are you requesting?
I would like to have 30 days for finish the landscaping.
Your Honor?
Any objection?
Not to the landscaping, but we'd like 10 days for the 1812 trash and debris.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a schedule, a special bulk pickup. We did already 4 on the property, so there's going to be another one.
Okay, so there'll be 10 days for 1812 and 35-day extension for 9-305B and suspension of fines during that time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Our next case, page 26. Inspector Rachel Moore, case number CE 2306-0986. Case address 310 Southwest 31st Avenue. Owner Raymond Ray Checo and Maria Profavia. This case was first heard 4/9/24 to comply by 6/11/24. One section not complied at $50 per day, $1,400 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
Good morning, Inspector Moore for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting cases read in. This case first came before the Special Magistrate on 4/9/24, where Special Magistrate Cannon ordered 63 days to comply with the violation of 9-305B, landscape maintenance missing ground cover, or $50 per day thereafter. As a pre-hearing dated 7/7/24, the property was found to remain out of compliance. Due to the length of the time this case has been open, the city is requesting a full imposition of fines in the amount of the $1,400, and that fines continue to accrue until compliance is met.
Sir, please state your name for the record.
My name is Ray Checo, Ramon Ray Checo.
Okay, Mr. Checo, why is this property taking so long to bring into compliance?
It's a money issue. I have tried, if you can see on the left side, all of that has been repaired. The right side is where the problem is. What happened was in May, I had a termite issue. I had to issue the tent, and that cost me money from the termite issue. We found mold inside the house, and I had to repair the mold. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and we had no idea what was going on. There was a smell, and within the termite inspection, we found the mold. I had to pay for that. And then I have been seeding the area, but the right side of the area is not growing because of there's cement. There's a bunch of different issues on the right side. The left side is growing nicely, so I have been taking care of the issue. The problem now is just that I called someone to advise me on how I can make that other side work, but they were saying that I would have to get my sprinkling system set up so I can get the sod in. I didn't know I had a well that supposedly has to have water, which doesn't have, so they have to redo it through the outside. It's very expensive work. So I had spoken to Ms. Moore, and I said, is there any way I can just landscape it as opposed to try to do the whole sprinkling system? Because they said that if I put sod on it, it's just going to die unless I water it consistently. So this is the only issue on that side, and she had advised me that I do have enough grassland so I can actually landscape it properly.
How much time are you asking for?
At this point, also, my other issue is that I'm in low season. I'm self-employed, and that's why I haven't done it within the time that I got the issue, because I would have been here already with everything done if I can get it done, but it's still a costly expense. And I can't do it myself because there's a trunk. I have to, there's a lot of labor that needs to be done. So I have to bring in someone to help me, clear it all out so then I can landscape it. So as much time as I could possibly get, if maybe 90 days, so I can, it's a money situation right now where I can get it done. I will fix it. That's not an issue. That's my last situation, unless for some reason we get a tornado or something and I have to fix something else. But other than that, that is my remaining issue, is just that area, to landscape it so it can look nice. Like I said, I've complied with everything else in terms of taking care of the other side, and I'm still maintaining it. It's still growing, and I'm still seeding it. So it's just that I stopped seeding this side because it's not doing anything to those areas that are wrong.
Okay.
Good morning, Magistrate. Hi, good morning. Supervisor Kaloyan for District 3. Is the only part of the grass on the right-hand side? That's it, right? Yeah, we're not going to accept 91 days. We'll allow the 35 days, and that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's such a small area. Is there any other way that they can comply it? Other than sod?
Yes, if he wants to meet with the inspector, but 35 days, please.
What I want to do is, I can fix the problem to please the court, but I want to make it permanent. I don't want to just fix the problem and then change it. It just costs more money. I want to make it nice, and I want it to be what it's going to be.
All right, well, I'm going to give 35 days, and you can speak with the inspector and see what your options are.
I already did, so I do have, I've been calling different people to see if I can get, the work done, but it's not even about getting the work done. It's just about having the funds to be able to do it at this point. And again, I'm just happen to be in the summer season, and I can't even pay the deposit to get it done. And again, like, I could just go to Home Depot and mask it, but it's just going to be a waste of money on my side. But if that's what I have to do to please the court, then I'll do that.
All right, 35 days, and speak to the inspector on what else you might be able to do with that area that may be less costly. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Our next case, page 18. Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 24040959, case address 200 Southeast 19th Street, owner C. Isabel Dreyer Living Trust, posted at property 61824, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
My name is Isabel Dreyer.
Okay, good morning. Please wait till the inspector presents the case.
Merci me.
Good morning, Inspector Rafael Santos for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case CE 24040959. The property address is 200 Southeast 19th Street. Senior Inspector Marco Aguilera inspected this property on April 30th, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 9-278E, that has been withdrawn. Violation 9305B, that has been withdrawn. Violation -304B, the paver driveway and the swell area is in disrepair. Pavers are cracked and broken. Violation 1812A, that has been withdrawn. An inspection report was issued on April 30th, 2024. I re-inspected the property May 29th, 2024. Notice of hearing was posted June 18th, 2024. Pre-hearing inspection was conducted on July 3rd, 2024. The violation remains as depicted in the photograph. The city is requesting 35 days or $100 thereafter.
Now, could I say my name?
I beg your pardon?
My name is Isabel Dreyer. I am the owner of 200 Southeast 19th Street. Thanks to the big trucks, the garbage trucks of the city, they broke my property up there. But I'm willing to fix. I understand now that I need a permit, so it depends upon the permit. They give me today, it will be finished tomorrow. But if the permit takes time, I have no idea.
Okay. Does she need she needs a permit for that area there?
That's what they told me.
Yes.
Yeah, I would think so. Okay, and,
Do they get the permit immediately?
no, you don't get the permit immediately.
Oh, forget it then. 3-4 months or something. A year? 2 years? I mean,
No. Stop feeding her false information, please. All right. Do you think she'd get that permit within the 35 days?
wow.
Okay. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grant you 35 days, and you need to file for the permit, and then if it's getting close to that 35 days and you don't have the permit yet, and you're not, then you can get in touch with the inspector, and you can always request an extension. But they're telling me you could get it in 35 days, so I think
Why so
we'll wait and see if that turns out to be correct, okay?
But why so long? You people are the city. You could ask them to give me today.
No, I don't have any control over how long the permitting process takes.
No, a
Not-
question.
What's your name, ma'am?
I'm sorry, Malena Baca. The question is, can that portion be done before the permit is approved?
No.
Oh, so you have to wait.
I could have done tomorrow, but
Yeah, well, those are the rules you have to follow, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
35 days? Could you just call them and tell them to give it to me?
Our next case, page 23, Inspector Dominic Burge, Robert Kroc presenting, case number CE 2406-0010, case address 730 Northeast Fifth Avenue, owner 730 Fifth LLC. This case was cited 6/2/24 to comply by 6/2/24. One section complied at $500 for a total of $500. City is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 6/17/24. No appeal was received.
Inspector Robert Kroc presenting on behalf of Inspector Burge for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case number CE 2406-0010. Case address 730 Northeast Fifth Avenue. The owner is 730 Fifth LLC. This property was first inspected on 06/02/2024 following a peculiar complaint about loud music at a residential property, and the following violations were observed. 17-71A, there's amplified sound coming from the residential property. The sound was plainly audible for a period of 1 minute from 25 feet when measured from the source of the property line between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. One-time fine of $500.
Please state your name for the record.
Good morning. My name is Fabio Franco.
Okay, Mr. Franco, did you file an appeal in this matter?
Yes.
You filed an appeal?
Yes.
Was an appeal received in this matter?
Where did you send your appeal to?
The email on the back, it says codeadmin@fortlauderdale.gov. I received an email back stating to arrive here today. I have the emails.
Thank you so much. So, Your Honor, we've looked at the respondent's phone, and indeed, he did appeal timely. So since he's here, we can, we're fine proceeding.
Okay, all right. Okay, so city's going to
We
present.
need to, yeah, he did, but we need to play the video.
I'm going to play the video for you now.
Yeah.
Magistrate, be advised, it's not synced with the video that you're watching, the sound, but there is amplified noise coming from that property, clearly heard. There's clearly amplified noise coming from there.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said there's clearly amplified noise coming from that property, 25 feet after 10 p.m., and that is what we heard.
Do you have readings?
There's no readings, it just needs to be plainly audible. For 17-71A, the amplified sound coming from the residential property, the sound was plainly audible for a period of 1 minute, 25 feet when measured from the source of the property line, between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m.
All right, so this is a vacation rental. Okay, please state your name for the record.
Your Honor, my name is Fabio Franco.
Okay, oh yes, you said that already, Mr. Franco. And what do you want to tell me in support of, we're treating this as an appeal, so what do you want to tell me in support of your appeal?
I just wanted consideration, maybe a small reduction like you did with the previous gentleman. Like I said, we complied immediately. It never happened again. It was just my friend's daughter's birthday. And we're here to ask for forgiveness and any consideration that's able to be extended. I want to work together with the city. So, going forward, please.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right, I'm going to reduce the fine to $250.
Thank you.
But make a finding of fact that the violation existed, okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right.
Appreciate your time.
Our next case, page 11, Inspector Rachel Moore, case number CE 24030908, case address 2825 Southwest 2nd Court, owner Julie Gaduzma and Santeria Augustin, posted at property 6/18/24, posted at 1 East Broward 6/25/24.
Inspector Rachel Moore for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case just read in. The initial inspection was conducted on 3/31/2004, and the following violations were discovered. 9-304(b), the driveway at this property is worn with cracks and small potholes throughout. 18-12(a) is complied. 18-1 is complied. 47-34.1.a.1 is complied. Contact was made with the property owner regarding the violations. As the pre-hearing inspection dated 7/7/24, the violation of 9-304B was found to remain out of compliance. The city is requesting 35 days or $50 per day thereafter.
Good morning. Please state your name for the record.
Julie Charisma.
Okay, it looks like you've complied some of the violations already. Are are you in agreement that you can complete the driveway in 35 days?
That would be very, very short for me. I haven't working for the past, I can say a year. I just had baby and I just had surgery on my hand. My return back to work is till this month, July the 28th, and I'm not even sure, because I cannot work with my hand right now. I can ask for a longer extension. I'm thinking even 90 days not even going to be enough, because I'm just start working July 29th, and I'm not even sure my next appointment is on the 28th. I comply everything, which is for my grass. It's been hard. I know it was dry, but now it get better. I hire someone to do my grass every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it looks like that's in compliance. It's just the driveway that's
Just the
left.
driveway.
Yeah. Any objection to 91 days?
No objections.
All right, we're going to give you 91 days. If you run into a problem, make sure you contact the inspector.
Okay. One question, do I need a permit to do that?
The driveway, I believe so. Or if she's just fixing.
Supervisor Bass for the city of Fort
I
Lauderdale.
can
No,
make it easy, the best I can, so I don't have to do it.
if she's just resealing it, Magistrate, Supervisor Bass for the city of Fort Lauderdale. If she's just doing a resealing on it, she doesn't need a permit to
Okay.
reseal it.
All right.
Thank
So-
you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Next case, page 7. Inspector Gail Williams, case number CE 2404-0029, case address 5910 Northeast 28th Avenue. Owner Tara Udelson. Posted at property 61224, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning. Senior Officer Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 2404-0029, address 5910 Northeast 28th Avenue. This case was first cited on April 1st, 2024 for the following violations. 9-305B, the grass is dead with brown patches throughout and not being maintained. 18-11B, complied. 9-308B, complied. 9-313.A, the property is not identified by approved address numbers. 9-304B, the driveway has rust stains, oil stains, and is covered with sand and dirt. 24-29.A, trash containers overflowing with trash and not being maintained. 18-1, complied. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on July 8, 2024, violations 9-305B, 9-313A, 9-304B, and 24-29A remains as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 10 days for 9-313A and 24-29A to comply, or $100 for each violation per day thereafter, and 63 days for violations 9-304B, 9-305B, and 9-304B to comply, or a daily fine of $100 per day for each violation thereafter.
Okay, please state your name for the record.
Hector Heboburo, State of Florida General Contractor.
Okay. Are you in agreement to get the address up and get the trash done within 10 days?
Yes, I'm getting the numbers up. The trash has already been removed.
Okay,
I
all
got
right.
pictures. Yesterday, we cut the grass. I have an active master permit as of Friday to remodel the interior of the property, and I applied for a new driveway. So my petition today to ask the board that it'll take me 3 to 4 months to finish the interior. I want to do the driveway afterwards. So I would like not to have the homeowners spend money on grass. Grass looks good enough. It's not an eyesore from the street. We're reseeding it, and we cut it. I have some pictures to show you. I'm not sure about any other violations on it.
Well, I think,
Special Magistrate?
yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. At this present time, there in the pictures depicted, the grass is dead. There's areas of missing grass as well, as we discussed yesterday. Yes, there is a master permit on file, but I have a copy of the history of your permits. Some of those permits that were pulled under the master are voided by the city permitting department. So I will speak to you afterwards, like the electrical, plumbing, and everything. That's going to be have to be updated. But in the meantime, these things that I cited are going to have to be corrected, regardless if it's a construction site or not.
Well, I pulled on Friday, I pulled a driveway permit, so we're ripping out the whole driveway. But I'm going to do so in a couple months. And I can show you the pictures that it doesn't, after we cut the grass, it's not an eyesore from the street. So, and this circular driveway is no longer going to exist. I'm going to make 2 single driveways. And I think it's just a waste of money to be, I can resod if this is not sufficient, but for me to sod the front of the house that we're removing regardless, I think it's a waste of money and time.
Well, yes, you received the permit. Well, you got the permit, or I'm sorry, for the record, you issued or submitted your application, but that permit has not been issued yet.
Correct.
For your driveway.
But
yes.
It's under the main, and it's being processed. I can probably get it in a week or 2. But then I would like not to do the work for 2-3 months until I'm done with the inside of the house, otherwise it'll get damaged.
Well, that's the reason why I'm giving you 63 days to do the driveway.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna grant the 63 days, and then if you run into a problem with the permit or whatever, you can contact the inspector and request an extension.
Get an extension. Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
And we're okay in all the other violations? I'm sorry.
Just for the record, for the trash containers and the house numbers, it was 10 days.
Right.
Okay.
He agreed with that, yes.
Perfect. And
Okay.
the back pool is okay? Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Next case, page 28, Inspector Wanda Aquavella, case number CE 23081018, case address 520 Northwest 22nd Avenue, owner Willard Daughtry Estates. This case was first heard 3/12/24 to comply by 3/22/24 and 5/14/24. One suspension from 5/14/24 to 6/11/24. 4 sections not complied at $25 per day. $4,125 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
Wanda Aquavilla for the city. Case and address is read. This case first came before the special magistrate on 3/12/24, where evidence was presented and the magistrate found in favor of the city. The violations were first cited on 8/29/23. The property is not in compliance. The city is requesting full imposition of fines. The respondent is here to speak.
Sir, please state your name for the record.
John Watson.
Okay, I don't know what to say about this property anymore. You've gotten a couple of extensions and nothing's being done.
I just got one structure rolling and other than the driveway. That's it. Just completed all that, the driveway patching, and I got the black truck moved. They said I had to move the black truck.
Show your picture to the inspector, please.
The black truck is moved. And,
Your Honor,
Yes.
the city would like to give 91-day extension.
Okay, sounds good to me. You have 91 days to finish the rest of the property,
say
okay?
I got one red truck. They got a young child mistakes on it, but it went up 1280. So I'm supposed to get rid of them on the air condition week so I can move the red truck. I got the black truck moved.
Okay,
It just was time,
okay, all right, so we're going to give you the 91 days. Me and you will go out there and talk, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Inspector.
Who's he here for? I don't know what he's here for. Oh, okay. So he just watching. You're just observing. Okay, no problem. We'll take a 5-minute break. Our first case, page 3. Inspector Paul Smart, case number CE 24050087. Case address 4300 North Ocean Boulevard. Owner Plaza East Associates, Inc. Posted at property 62124, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
All right. Officer Smart for the City of Fort Lauderdale, representing for case number CE 24050087, property address 4300 North Ocean Boulevard. This property was first inspected on 4/28/2022, and the following violations were observed. And just to add, this property is currently in compliance. 6-512, there is artificial light that is illuminating the incorporated beaches of Fort Lauderdale, and there are lights illuminated from the building and/or can be seen from the parking garage and security lighting, as well as from doors and windows. A copy of the inspection report was posted, and I mailed a copy to the owner, recorded per BCPA, allowing 10 days to comply and 10 days to come into compliance. The violation is currently in compliance as of 5/16/2024. Also, for the record, per section 6-53, if the magistrate finds that the violation exists and is entered against the violator, the enforcing agency shall notify the violator in writing that any external lighting sources causing the violation may be removed by the city within 10 business days thereafter, or that a fine may be assessed against the violator, with said fine to be assessed within 10 business days after thereafter, and to be continuously assessed until the conclusion of the nesting season 10/31, or until the violation is corrected. Any costs that are associated with the removal by the city or external lighting sources shall be recovered from the person or persons causing the violation, and if not recovered, a lien shall be placed against the property and reimbursed to the city at the time of the sale of the property. The city is requesting 10 business days to comply, or a fine of $100 a day until the end of the sea turtle season, or until the violation is in compliance.
I thought you said it was complied.
Yes, I shouldn't have written that, but yeah, it's in compliance, yeah.
Okay, so you're seeking a finding of fact?
Finding of fact, yes.
Okay.
Magistrate Supervisor Bass for the City of Fort Lauderdale is in compliance, but he just has to read that portion. So when it becomes a repeat, the next time they'll understand that the city also reserves the right that if they don't comply, the city can abate it themselves and lien the property after abatement.
Okay,
Yeah.
so ordered.
Next case, Inspector Paul Smart, case number CE 24050089, case address 4100 Gulf Ocean Drive, owner the Galleon Condo Apartments, Inc. This case is being rescheduled. Next case, Inspector Paul Smart, case number CE 24050090, case address 4040 Gulf Ocean Drive, owner Ocean Manor Condo Association, posted at property 62124, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Officer Smart for the City of Fort Lauderdale Code Compliance Night Team, representing for case number CE 24050090. Case address is 4040 Gulf Ocean Drive, and this property is currently in compliance. This property was first inspected on May 2nd, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 6-512, there's artificial lighting at this that is illuminating the incorporated beaches of Fort Lauderdale. There are lights illuminated from the building and/or can be seen from the parking garage and/or security lighting, as well as from doors and windows and/or windows. A copy of the inspection report was posted and a mailed copy to the owner to the record per BCPA, allowing 10 days to come into compliance. The violation is currently in compliance as of 5/16/2024. Also, for the record, per section 6-53 if the magistrate finds that the violation exists and is entered against the violator. The enforcing agency shall notify the violator in writing that any external lighting sources causing the violation may be removed by the city within 10 business days thereafter, or a fine may be assessed against the violator, with said fine to begin to be assessed within 10 business days thereafter, and to be continuously assessed until the conclusion of the nesting season 10/31, October 31st, or until the violation is corrected. Any costs that are associated with the removal by the city of external lighting sources shall be recovered from the person or persons causing the violation, and if not recovered, a lien shall be placed against the property and reimbursed to the city at the time of the sale of the property. And to add again, the city is requesting 10 business days to comply, or a fine of $100 a day until the end of sea turtle season, or until the violation is in compliance.
Okay, so ordered.
And this is another finding of fact.
So ordered.
Supervisor Bass for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Is that a finding of fact? Is it in compliance or you're?
It is compliance, yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, so if it's in compliance, you don't have to
I'd have
ask
to
for
read
a
that.
number of days to comply. You're just asking for a finding of fact that
Just
the
for a finding
violation
of fact,
exists.
then. Got
And
you.
if it recurs again, it will be treated as a repeat violation of magistrate.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Next case, page 4, Inspector Robert Kroc, case number CE 24060338, case address 2409 DeSoto Drive, owner Robert and Sophia Castro. This case is being rescheduled. Next case, also page 4, Inspector Dorian Cologne, case number CE 24011049, case address 450 Northeast 15th Avenue, owner Polis Properties Revocable Trust, posted at property 62524, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Supervisor Cologne for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case number is CE 24011049, case address 450 Northeast 15th Ave. This property was first inspected on February 1st, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 9-308B has been complied. 9-306 has been complied, 9305B has been complied, 1812A has been complied, and 9305A has also been complied. However, this is a recurring violation, and the reference case number is CE 21080817, and the city is seeking a finding of fact for the recurring nature of the violation.
Skipped a page. Okay, so ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 5, Inspector Dorian Cologne, case number CE 23110218, case address 800 Flamingo Drive, owner George H. Lange Living Trust. This case is complied. Next case, also page 5, Inspector Gail Williams, case number CE 24020171, case address 6310 Northeast 19th Avenue, owner Nico G. Thompson, posted at property 62524, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Senior Officer Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 24020171, address 6310 Northeast 19th Avenue. This case was first cited on February 6, 2024 for the following violations. 9-280, parentheses H, parentheses 1, comply. 9-305B, comply. 9-304B, the driveway is faded, discolored with large cracks in the asphalt. 9-308B, there is debris, trash, and other elements which is not permanent on the roof. The roof is stained and dirty. 18-12A, comply. Pre-hearing inspection was conducted on 7/8/2024. 9-304B and 9-308B remains as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 63 days to comply, or a daily fine of $50 per day, per each violation per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 6, Inspector Gail Williams, case number CE 24020522, case address 5230 Northeast 14th Way, owner Enrico Asione, posted at property 61724, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Senior Officer Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 24020522, address 5230 Northeast 14th Way. This case was first cited on February 21st, 2024 for the following violations. 47-19.4.c.2, comply. 47-20.20, parentheses H, comply. 9-305B, the landscaping at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover. 18-1, comply. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on 7/8/2024. 9-305B remains as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 63 days to comply or a daily fine of $100 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 9, Inspector Diego Santos, case number CE 24040392, case address 1280 Southwest 28th Road, owner Sean Wallard and Karen Wallard, posted at property 62624, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Code Officer Diego Santos, representing the City of Fort Lauderdale, case address as read. I conducted the initial investigation on this property on April 17, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 9-305B, complied. 18-1, there are items being stored under the carport, including but not limited to indoor furniture, mattress, boxes, indoor items, buckets, and other miscellaneous items. There are bags, trash, rubbish, and debris in the front door. The property is being maintained in such a manner that the property may be reasonably become infested and inhabited by rodents, vermin, and wild animals or other furnished breeding place for mosquitoes, and threaten endanger the public health, safety, and welfare, and may be adversely affecting the impaired economic welfare of the other properties. 18-12A, there's overgrowth, trash, rubbish, and debris on the property and in the swell area. 9-306, the exterior beam of the walls has not been maintained. Structural parts, including fascia, soffits, and other areas of the exterior has stains and missing peeling paint. 9-304B, the driveway is not being maintained on this property. The concrete area has cracks, and the driveway appearance missing gravel and there are weeds growing through it. The city is requesting the following: 10 days to come to compliance for violations 18-1 and 18-12A, or $50 per violation thereafter, and 35 days to come to compliance for violations 9-306 and 9-304, or $50 per violation per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 10, Inspector Rachel Moore, case number CE 24040102, case address 180 Penn Way, owner 800 LLC, posted at property 62624, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Inspector Rachel Moore for the City of Fort Lauderdale.
Welcome back.
Hi. Presenting case just read in. The initial inspection was conducted on 4/3/24, and the following violations were observed. 9-363, which is complied. 18-12, parentheses A is complied. 47-39.8.1.B, parentheses 6, parentheses B is complied. However, there is outside storage at this RS 6.7 irregular residential zone property, consisting of bedroom furniture, a dresser, mattress, bed frame, and miscellaneous items. This is a reoccurring violation per case number CE 22010 399 and will be presented to the special magistrate whether or not compliance is met. 9-306 is complied. 9-305(b) is complied. Contact was made with the owner of the property. As of pre-hearing inspection dated 7/7/24, the property remains in compliance. The city is requesting a finding of fact for the recurring violation of 47-39.A.1.B, parentheses 6, parentheses B, of outside storage.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 11. Inspector Marco Aguilera, Supervisor Dorian Cologne, presenting case number CE 24050670, case address 1300 South State Road 7, owner Clarissa Sharp and Eric Sharp, posted at property 62524, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Supervisor Cologne, for case number CE 24050670, address 1300 South State Road 7, presenting on behalf of Senior Officer Aguilera. This case was first cited on May 21st, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 1812A has been complied. However, it's a recurring violation. The previous case number is CE 21020959. And violation 9306, graffiti has been painted on exterior east wall of this occupied commercial property. That is not in compliance, and that's also a recurring violation. And the previous case number is CE 21020959. As of July 2nd, 2024, the violation for 9306 remains as per the photos depict, and at this time, the city is requesting 10 days to come into compliance or a fine of $100 per day thereafter, and we're also requesting the finding of fact for 1812A.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 12, Inspector Gustavo Caracas, case number CE 24010284, case address 807 Northwest 4th Avenue, numbers 1 through 4, owner 807 Northwest 4th Avenue, LLC, posted at property 62024, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Morning, Special Magistrate Gus Caracas for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case and address as read. The 807 Northwest 4th Avenue inspection was performed by Senior Inspector Bernstein on January 6th and cited for the following violations. 9-278E has complied. 9-305B, landscape at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swale. 9-363 has complied. Courtesy notice was mailed to the property owner listed on BCPA via first-class mail on January 6th, allowing 15 days to come into compliance. Senior Inspector and myself have been in contact with the property owner representative. Special Magistrate request form sent on February 9th and scheduled for today's Special Master. Pre-hearing inspection was done on July 3rd, and the pictures presented here were taken to confirm the violation has not been brought into compliance. The city is requesting 35 days to come into compliance or a daily fine of $100 for the violation that exists.
What's the fine?
$100, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So ordered.
Next case, page 14, Inspector Gustavo Caracas, case number CE 23120210, case address 1209 Southeast 2nd Street, owner 1205 and 1209 Southeast 2nd Street, LLC, posted at property 61924, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Special Magistrate Gus Caracas for the city, presenting case number C 23120210 for the property located at 1209 Southeast 2nd Street. Inspection of the property was performed on December 7th of 2023 and cited for the following violations. 47-20.20.H. The parking facility is not maintained at this property. The parking area needs to be resurfaced and restriped. There are areas of the concrete parking facility that is cracked and or has missing concrete. 9-8B, there's debris, trash, or other elements which is not permanent to the roof. 18-12A, there's overgrowth, trash, rubbish, and debris on the property and on the swale. 9-306, the exterior building walls have not been maintained. Structural parts, including fascia and soffits, are in disrepair. There are areas of the exteriors that have stained and missing peeling paint. Notice of the courtesy inspection was mailed to the property owner listed on BCPA via first-class mail on December 7th, allowing 30 days to come into compliance. Contact has been made with 2 property owners one time, and nobody else has reached out to me. Special magistrate request form was sent on January 8th and scheduled for today's special master. Pre-hearing inspection was done on July 3rd, and pictures presented here were taken to confirm the violations have not been brought into compliance. The city is requesting the following: 10 days for 18-12A and 35 days for the remaining violations, or $100 for each of the violations that exist.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, also page 14, Inspector Gustavo Caracas, case number CE 24050847, case address 812 Southeast 6th Court, owner Peter B. Fulton Jr., posted at property 61924, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Good morning, Special Magistrate Gus Caracas for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case number CE 24050847 for the property located at 812 Southeast 6th Court. Inspection of the property was performed on March 29th and cited for the following violation: 472115A. It shall be unlawful to remove a tree without first obtaining a tree removal permit. And I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, a Feltophorum tree was removed without first obtaining a permit. This case is presented to Special Magistrate to request the imposition of fines of $150 for an irreparable and irreversible violation. Courtesy notice was mailed to the property owner listed on BCPA via first-class mail on March 29th, allowing 60 days to come in compliance. Contact has been made with the property owner, and as of today, he's still in the process of getting the permit. I don't know why he's not here today. Special Magistrate request form sent on March 29th, and a pre-hearing inspection was done on July 3rd. The picture here is to present the type of tree that was there before. There's another picture of that the tree is gone, as you can see.
I can see that.
The city is requesting $150 for the irreversible tree that was removed, and 35 days to come into compliance, or a daily fine of $50 for the violation that exists.
So ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case, page 15, Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 24020215, case address 300 Southwest 22nd Street, owner Sands Real Estate LLC, posted at property 61824, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Rafael Santos for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case and address has been read into the record. Senior Inspector Bernstein inspected the property on February 8th, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 47-20.13.G.1, the swale right-of-way area around the property has been altered without first obtaining the proper permits from the City of Fort Lauderdale. The living ground cover in and around the property has been replaced with gravel. 18-1 is complied. 9-306 is complied. 47-341A1 is complied. Code Section 9305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swale. Code Section 9363, failure to register this residential rental dwelling within the City of Fort Lauderdale. The free application has not been submitted or is incomplete. Code Section 184C is complied. Code Section 4734 4B1 is complied. An inspection report was issued February 8th, 2024. I re-inspected the property February 24th, 2024, and March 14th, 2024. Notice of hearing was posted June 18th, 2024. Pre-hearing inspection was conducted on 7/3/24. The following violations remain as depicted. For Code Section 4720.13.G.1, we're asking for 35 days to come into compliance, or $100 thereafter. For Code Section 9305B, we're also asking 35 days for compliance, or $100 thereafter. Code Section 9363, 10 days to come into compliance, or $250 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 17, Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 24030579, case address 1800 Southeast 23rd Avenue, owner Mary Gillespie and Cheryl Gillespie and all others, posted at property 61824, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Rafael Santos for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case and address has been written to the record. Senior Inspector Jolly inspected the property on March 15, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 18-1, there is a palm tree blocking the clear view of a traffic device at this property that is creating a public nuisance. It is being maintained in such a manner that it may threaten or endanger the public health and safety. Violation -305A is complied. 18-12A is complied. 47-21.16.A is complied. 9-305B is complied. 9-306 is complied. An inspection report was issued March 15, 2024. I re-inspected the property March 26, 2024 and April 15, 2024. Notice of hearing was posted on June 18, 2024. Pre-hearing inspection was conducted July 1st, 2024. The violation remains as depicted in the photographs. The city is requesting 10 days or $50 a day thereafter.
So ordered. Next case, bottom of page 17, Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 24030724, case address 901 Mandarin Isle, owner THR Florida LP, posted at property 61824, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Rafael Santos for the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case and address has been read into the record. Inspector Murray inspected the property on March 20th, 2024, and the following violations were observed. 9-304B. There are extensive cracks and breaks throughout the driveway at this location. 9-306 has complied. An inspection report was issued March 20th, 2024. I re-inspected the property April 17th, 2024 and May 28th, 2024. Notice of hearing was posted June 18th, 2024. Pre-hearing inspection was conducted July 3rd, 2024. The violation remains as depicted in the photographs. The city is requesting 35 days or $100 thereafter.
So ordered. Next case, page 20, Inspector Leonard Champagne, case number CE 24050666, case address 6400 Northeast 19th Avenue, owner Timothy Michael Toll and Jillian Toll, posted at property 61924, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Leonard Champagne for the city for KCE 2405066, 6400 Northeast 19th Avenue. This property was cited on 5/22/24 for 15281A. This vacation rental property is operating with an expired certificate. This case will be presented to the special magistrate seeking to find out fact whether the violation comes in compliance or not. The city is requesting, I checked it again as of this morning, the violation still remains. The city is requesting 15 days to come into compliance or a fine of $500 per day thereafter.
So ordered. Next case, Inspector Leonard Champagne, case number CE 24050703, case address 5760 Northeast 18th Avenue, owner Group Ventures Florida 2 LLC, posted at property 61924, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Leonard Champagne for the city of Fort Lauderdale for KCE 24050703, 5760 Northeast 18th Avenue. This property was cited on 5/23/24 for 15281A. This vacation rental property is operating with expired certificate. This case will be presented to the special magistrate seeking to find out fact whether or not the violation complies prior to the hearing unless a vacation rental certificate is obtained for the property. Again, as of this morning, the violations still remain. The city is requesting 15 days to come into compliance or a fine of $500 per day thereafter.
So ordered. Next case, Inspector Leonard Champagne, case number CE 24050879, case address 2140 Northeast 58th Street, owner Carrie P. Brennan, posted at property 61924, posted at 1 East Broward 62524.
Leonard Champagne for the city of Fort Lauderdale and KCE 24050879, 2148 Northeast 58th Street. This property was cited on 6/3/24 for 15272A. This vacation rental property is being utilized as a vacation rental without the required certificate of compliance from the city. This case will be presented to the special magistrate seeking a finding of fact whether or not the violation complies prior to the hearing date, unless a vacation rental certificate is obtained. This property, as of today, was still in violation. The city is requesting 15 days to come into compliance or a fine of $1,000 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 24050692, case address 401 North Birch Road, 1111. Owner, My Mini Group LLC, posted at property 6/18/24, posted at 1 East Broward 6/25/24.
Good morning, Pat Gavin. Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Compliance Officer, presenting case and address as read. This property was cited on May 23rd and given 15 days to comply for the following violation. 15-281A, this vacation rental property is operating with an expired certificate. This case will be presented to the special magistrate seeking a finding of fact whether or not the violation complies prior to the hearing date unless a vacation rental certificate is obtained for the property. On July 8th, 2024, the violation remained. The violation at this property has still not been brought into compliance. The city is seeking full compliance within 15 days or a fine of $250 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 21, Inspector Leonard Champagne, case number CE 24050687, case address 1457 Northeast 53rd Street, owner Carl Andrew Youssef, posted at property 6/19/24, posted at 1 East Broward 6/25/24.
Leonard Champagne for the city for CE 24050687, 1457 Northeast 53rd Street. This property was cited on 5/22/2024 for 15,278.7. The advertisement for this vacation rental property does not meet the ordinance requirements relating to the occupancy. Maximum occupancy is 2 guests per bedroom. The case will be represented to the special magistrate seeking a finding of fact whether the violation comes into compliance or not. The property was approved to advertise for 8, and they were advertising for 12. The violation did come into compliance on 5/29/2024. The city is requesting a finding of fact that the violation did occur, and that should the violation occur again, the city is requesting a fine of $500 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 23, Inspector Robert Kroc, case number CE 24060009, case address 5451 Northeast 22nd Avenue, owner PJ Vacation 3 LLC. This case was cited 6/1/24 to comply by 6/1/24. 2 sections complied at $500 for a total of $500. The city is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 6/16/24. No appeal was received.
So ordered.
Next case, Inspector Robert Kroc, case number CE 24050406, case address 1112 Northeast 10th Avenue, owner TPRU LLC. This case was cited 5/12/24 to comply by 5/12/24. 1 section complied at $250. $250 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 5/27/24. No appeal was received.
So ordered.
Next case, Inspector Robert Kasarowicz, case number FC 24020003, case address 1131 Northeast 15th Avenue, owner PSD Investments LLC. This case was first heard 5/14/24 to comply by 6/11/24. 1 section not complied at $100 per day, $2,700 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Next case, Inspector Gail Williams, case number CE 23070407, case address 5331 Northeast 16th Terrace, owner Russell W. Wood. This case was first heard 3/12/24 to comply by 6/11/24. 1 section not complied at $50 per day, $1,400 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Next case, Inspector Rachel Moore, case number CE 23060359, case address 411 Southwest 31st Avenue, owner John Cumberbatch and Madeline Cumberbatch. This case was first heard 10/10/23 to comply by 12/12/23. 2 suspensions noted on the agenda. 1 section not complied at $25 per day, $1,575 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount. Fines continue to accrue. This is a request for extension.
Inspector Rachel Moore, presenting case just read in. This case first came before the magistrate on 10/10/23, where the special magistrate Ansborough ordered 63 days to comply with the violation 59-304(b), driveway maintenance, or $25 per day thereafter. At the special magistrate hearing dated 2/13/24, Flynn granted a 91-day extension. This property have been approved for services from Rebuilding Together South Florida. Moore was emailed on 4/22/24 from the program's director, informing Moore that they have been approved. However, it will take several months for them to get to this property, as there were 200 applicants ahead of them. At the special magistrate hearing dated 5/14, Special Magistrate Flynn granted another additional 56 days to comply. As the pre-hearing inspection date 7/7/24, the property was found to still be out of compliance. Due to personal reasons, the property owner was unable to make it to today's hearing. The city is therefore requesting on her behalf an additional 91 days with the stay of fines.
So ordered.
Next case, Inspector Rachel Moore, case number CE 23080222, case address 3750 Southwest H Street, owner Dwayne Bunsey Estates. This case was first heard 12/12/23 to comply by 12/22/23 and 1/9/24. 1 suspension from 3/12/24 to 6/11/24. 4 sections complied at $50 per day for a total of $13,100. 1 section complied at $250 per day for a total of $20,250. 1 section not complied at $50 per day, $4,450 total for a total of $37,900. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Next case, page 26, Inspector Bovary Xantis. Inspector Dorian Cologne presenting case number CE 23060733, case address 1343 Northwest 13th Avenue, owner Jeffrey Taylor. This case was first heard 9/28/23 to comply by 10/26/23 and 11/30/23. 2 suspensions noted on the agenda. 4 sections not complied at $25 per day for a total of $11,075. The fines continue to accrue. The city is requesting a 35-day extension.
So ordered.
Next case, page 29, Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 23100070, case address 3117 Southwest 12th Avenue, owner Michael McDavid. This case was first heard at 5/14/24 to comply by 6/11/24. 3 sections not complied at $50 per day, $4,200 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Next case, Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 23110570, case address 1460 Northwest 24th Court, numbers 1 through 4, owner Smith Pierre Paul. This case was first heard 5/14/24 to comply by 5/24/24. 1 section not complied at $200 per day, $9,200 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Next case, page 30, Inspector Diego Santos, case number CE 24020309, case address 1237 Southwest 9th Avenue, owner Adam Dickerson. This case was first heard 5/14/24 to comply by 6/11/24. 3 sections not complied at $50 per day, $4,200 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Next case, page 31, Inspector Dorian Cologne, case number CE 23080282, case address 74 Fiesta Way, owner John A. Brown. This case was first heard 3/12/24 to comply by 3/22/24 and 5/14/24. 1 suspension from 5/14/24 to 7/9/24. 3 sections not complied at $100 per day. 1 section complied at $100 per day for a total of $3,400. Fine starts 7/10/24, and this was a request for extension.
Okay, so the fines just start, or we're imposing the $3,400?
Start.
Good afternoon, Supervisor Cloyan, or good morning. Yeah, we're just going to ask for the fines to start running, 7/10, starting tomorrow.
All right, so ordered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 34, Inspector Karen Proto, case number CE 2311-0687, case address 2798 Northwest 20th Street, owner, registered holders of MS-ABS Trust in care of FLW Weissman and Gordon LLP. This case was first heard 4/9/24 to comply by 5/14/24, one suspension from 5/14/24 to 7/9/24, 3 sections not complied at $100 per day, fine start 7/10/24, and this was a request for extension.
Okay, fines begin tomorrow.
The city is requesting to enter page 36 into today's hearing as an exhibit. It is the city's list of complied, closed, withdrawn, and rescheduled cases.
So ordered. Sorry.
This concludes the special magistrate agenda hearing for Tuesday, July 9, 2024.
Oh, gosh.